I'm perfectly aware, I am conscious that you don't care anymore about Juve Empoli. It's already archived. It's the past. Forget about it. We want to know about Mercato, Beppe. Mercato is crazy. What about Lloyd Kelly? Where is Lloyd Kelly? What about entry Mercato? Will there be another name on top of the Englishman, but especially Beppe? Don't tell us, please. We don't want to know. Don't break our hearts about the exit Mercato. There are a lot of players there. Huh? Always rumored. Douglas Luiz, why didn't he enter yesterday? Dusan Vlahovic, is he recuperated? Yesterday he gave us our heart. Will he leave or not, Beppe? What about Cambiaso? Why was he not in the Allianz Stadium yesterday to watch at least his teammates? But especially Nicolo Fagioli. Olympique de Marseille, Fiorentina, Olympique de Marseille. Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. You understood it really well, we'll not speak that much about Juve Empoli. I really want to start with it, a really fast one, not with heat maps, not with stats, not with touch balls, etc. I really want to speak about the feeling that that game gave me. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. And then big one about Mercato, entry, exit, where are we? Before a live this evening to follow all the Mercato moves, if there are still some. I will do it live all together. Ragazzi, vi vogliamo così is the big title of Tutto Sport today. We want you like that. Well, calma, because I don't want the Juve like the first half that we saw. Look, I tell you, my opinion, before tactics, before formations 4-2-3-1, 2-7-2, 3-5-2, before expected goals, before possession, before pass accuracy, before all these beautiful things, you need the fundamentals. It's like in the pyramid of Maslow. You need the fundamentals, because you can have all the luxury in the world. If the fundamentals, the basic needs are not solid, it will never work. And in that first half, I tell you that I was extremely doubtful about these basic needs, the fundamentals of Juve. Really, because I had a question and I wanted an answer. Guys, do you still believe in it? And not only after the goal of De Sciglio, not only for the game of Juve Empoli, but the entire project that you started. Do you still believe in that project? That was my question to the players. Do you still believe in the coach? That was my question to the players. But also, and especially, and probably the most important thing, do you still believe in yourself? That own esteem, the esteem that you have, that self-esteem that you have for yourself, do you still believe in you? And luckily, from the 48th minute, it was not the 46th minute, but from the 48th, 49th minute, they answered me, yes, Beppe, we still believe in that project of Juve that wants to go and build something to go towards win. Yes, we believe in that Thiago Motta coach, because yesterday when Kenan Yildiz, and I still don't explain myself why. Yeah, actually I have an answer why. But why, when he went out, that big hug with Thiago Motta, they believe in Thiago Motta. Otherwise they would not have won that game of yesterday. Yes, they believe in themselves. When I see a Locatelli fighting for every single ball, they believe in themselves. They want to go for it. So thank you, Juventus, to answer my big question, the most important one. Do you still believe in yourself, in the project, in Thiago Motta? Because from now on, we can start to build, because the game of yesterday was absolutely not perfect. Unacceptable the way that you enter in your home again, a game after Benfica, after Napoli, giving a possibility to De Sciglio to score. You are committing a mistake on a corner kick, and then a second corner kick where you are also about to give Esposito a really fantastic goal. The second post, mistakes there. The non-reaction of Juve. Lethargic, static. It was really difficult. Yesterday was extremely difficult until you try a bit for a few moments there with Nico Gonzalez with that fantastic, beautiful bicycle kick, that shot from Wea that went extremely close. A bit of reaction, but absolutely not enough. You come back from the locker room and it's Empoli that is starting. They don't fear Juve anymore. They know that there is blood and it's the moment to really knock out Juve. Something that was absolutely not normal. And then suddenly, by magic, when, honestly, I started really to don't believe anymore in it. When I started to say it's over. That's where magically they wake up again. Because Empoli gave everything in the first half, because Ismaili went out because of an injury, probably because Agnorin, the midfielder number 8, went out of the field as well. 2 players linked to Juve, by the way, that were injured yesterday, with Goglicice, another one that went in. another one that has been linked to Juve, even if he was about to go to Roma, will not happen anymore. And probably Juventus, they said, let's try. We have nothing anymore to lose. Something that I was expecting against Benfica and I didn't see yesterday. I saw it in the second half, where I saw a really beautiful Juve for 20-25 minutes. Really a really beautiful Juve. A contrast, Colomwani Goglici said that probably it's the first time of the season that I see a contrast in an offensive phase in the third part of the field that we won. And then being cool in front of the goal, not thinking too much, not overthinking. You know, a Colomwani that yesterday said, I don't care. I was not there in the big... I'm coming. Calma, tranquillo. I know who I am. I believe in myself. I will put that ball in the goal. If we had Colomwani from the beginning of the season, a lot of people will tell me, guys, we will never know. We will never know. Probably it would have been impossible to have Colomwani in the beginning of the season for the conditions of Colo at Paris Saint-Germain. But probably we are regretting now that we didn't have a second striker in the team since the beginning of the team. Will we have lost more games? Will we have won more game? Probably won a bit more game. Won a bit more games against the Cagliari, against the Venezia, against Parma, where you saw yesterday that competition, Colo against Vlahovic, Colo. Something that we were expecting because yesterday both of them scored. Yesterday, Vlahovic that enters like we want him to enter some games, not like we saw in the recent games. Yesterday, Dusan Vlahovic that really at a certain moment celebrating probably a bit too much again. My heart to you, the music. It's Dusan Vlahovic, guys. It is Dusan, but I don't care. Do it if you are happy, if you want to celebrate, if you want to do the music, if you want to show the heart to the support. Do it, as long as you score. Bad decision to take that shot, probably, yes, but he needed it, and at the end he scored, so we all shut up. But that competition, understanding it's not anymore untouchable, was extremely important yesterday. That pass from Thuram to Conceição, winning changes, finally some winning changes from Thiago Motta, winning changes that we didn't see a lot of time. A lot of time we were speaking about the bad changes, the bad subs of Thiago. Yesterday he went with 100%. A Vlahovic that enters and that scores. A Thuram that is doing that fantastic assist. A Conceição that is touching one ball and he scores. Beautiful to see him celebrating, to jump on the shoulders of Dusan. Yesterday I saw a lot of beautiful things, even if I saw a lot of ugly things. What did wake us up? I already told you, according to me, circumstances, but the most important thing probably that we said, we have nothing anymore to lose. So play with that. We have nothing anymore to lose. Does that mean that we are back? That we are thinking about the Scudetto? Because yesterday, Inter, Milan, Roma, Napoli, they all drew. Atalanta drew. No. We are far away from these spots. 7 points from Atalanta, 11 at the moment from Inter, that could become 14, like the points that Napoli has as gap. So it's really far. We need to pay attention to Fiorentina, that is doing a beautiful Mercato. We'll come back on Mercato in a second. We need to pay attention to Lazio, that is playing this evening against Cagliari. We need to pay attention to Bologna, to Milan, even to Roma. You will tell me, per Roma. But if you guys believe in the Scudetto, Scudetto is at 14 points. Roma is at 9 points. So it's easier that Roma catch up, that we win the Scudetto. Just to tell you. So no, we are not back. We are not back at all. Then on the other side, that Empoli game can be a turnaround of the situation, a U-turn. It started with Empoli on the 27th of January. You all remember, red card to Milik. We start losing. Empoli, Inter, Udinese, boom, Juve, it's over. We lose everything there, too much. That only the Coppa Italia gave us a small smile, and that was it. Well, maybe that red card to Malé against Empoli that woke up Vlahovic and Conceição at the end could possibly be the turnaround. It's romantic, it's exaggerated, absolutely. Juventus, they need to show us on the field what they are able to do, otherwise not. Can I spend a few words about some players before going towards Mercato? Absolutely, yes. Who did I like? Yesterday, of course, Colomwani has been voted the man of the match. Look, 3 goals in 2 games. Only Tevez was the last one that in his debut was able to score in his first 2 appearances. Tevez did even better. 3 goals in 3 games. So goal 1, goal 2, goal 3 in match day 1, 2, 3. So Colomani, he already equalized the goals of Tevez in the first 3 days, but he needs to score continuity in that third game against Como. Will he start again? Will he play alone? Will he not play alone? Let's see. Another one I really liked was Kenan Yildiz yesterday. That roulette à la Zidane was incredible. He said it, I want to do it. Then of course I'm questioning myself, why? Why is Thiago Motta putting him out of the field? He partially answered that in post-conference, saying, look, he did a fantastic game. He was probably the best one. He was on the peak of his game. Yildiz, and I took him out. Why? Because Vlahovic was already ready to enter. And I think that probably if he could have changed something, he would have changed Vlahovic for Nico Gonzalez, with Colomani playing on the right side and leaving Yildiz there, but it was too late. He had already something in mind. So why Dusan? Because he wanted to involve Dusan up front, not saying it's over for you, I don't count anymore on you, it's over, Dusan, ciao ciao, now we have Colomani, look at that, he already scored 3 goals in 2 games, who are you? No, he wanted to put him in and saying you are important to us and we need you until the end of the season, maybe Club World Cup, and let's see for the future. So can we take Dusan Vlahovic out of the Mercato? I believe yes, because yesterday was an extremely strong message from Thiago to still involve him, and I think it's extremely important what he did. The other players, I don't want to go towards all the players, but of course Renato Vega, we need to stop a moment on Renato Vega that yesterday showed beautiful things. Not perfect in the first half, but he showed personality, someone that wanted to do something, that wanted and was looking for communication, also taking some leadership, speaking with Gatti, even if it was not in Italian, it was speaking with the hands, the non-verbal. Also non-verbal when he wanted to accelerate that free kick at the 37 when we were under 1-0. Bravo, Renato Vega. Sometimes I told you, sometimes it's the player that you don't want or that you don't know a lot about or that you don't believe in it that can be a beautiful surprise. Of course, one game against Empoli will not give us all the answers. That's a fact. Now, it's time to speak about newness, about Mercato. It's 11. Mamma mia, it's actually a long video. Let's go. Calvo. In Federazione Italiana Gioco Calcio, il tempo Beppe, Mercato, you promised that this is also Mercato. We have Francesco Calvo, you know it. It's the chief football officer of Juve that is taking care of marketing side, that is taking care about the revenue, etc., that will from now on also be in the Federazione Italiana Gioco Calcio. That's an important one. Gravina has been elected as president again. He was the only guy that you could vote for, so automatic re-election of Gabriele Gravina. Let's not go towards these things because you know what I think about Gabriele Gravina. It is what it is. At least we have a Juve man in. For the people that are a bit confused and are saying, Beppe, but then he's gone from Juve, he's giving up. No. It's an additional job. He will be there not alone. And there is also Giuseppe Marotta, there is Campoccia from Udinese, there is also Ezio, Maria Simonelli that are also there. So there are 4 men under Gravina. It's important also because yesterday when we were looking at that first goal that has not been reviewed by VAR from De Sciglio, that was clearly an offside with a player that was actually putting himself in front of Di Gregorio. Well, probably with a man in the Federazione Italiana Gioco Calcio, we could have used the VAR a bit more. So instead of Marotta League, going maybe towards a Calvo League. Why not? I would appreciate it. Anyway, let's speak about serious things. Guys, at the moment, I still have no answer about Lloyd Kelly. He did yesterday night the medicals. We'll speak about it. At the moment, as we speak, I still didn't see any official communication by Juve. Will it be after the stock market is closed at 6 p.m.? I don't know. But at the moment, I have no news. So hopefully nothing will happen, guys. Hopefully nothing will happen. For Lloyd Kelly, what about Andrea Cambiaso? Look, guys, I think that the situation has been handled extremely bad from Andrea. The offer from City, it would be crazy if that offer arrives. It's 3 p.m. as I'm recording. Would be crazy if that offer arrives. So probably they will go towards trying to sign him for the summer and not for this edition. But nevertheless, the situation has been handled extremely bad from Andrea. That first with that injury, an injury that he didn't go again at Geomedical, and Geomedical didn't see him. So Thiago Motta clear. Didn't say I let him out of the team. No, he said he wanted to take some days to recuperate. A player that yesterday was not even in the stadium. Strange, really strange. Look, it's a player that is a positive guy, a smiling guy, a kind person, a really beautiful person that I think that can easily recuperate after 2-3 weeks and say, okay, it didn't happen, let's go for Juve. But what about the heart of the Juventini? What about their vision about the player that they were really thinking could potentially be a player that is here for a few seasons that will help us rebuilding in a difficult moment that we are counting on? That's much more difficult to recuperate at 100%. Let's see. But at the moment, guys, it will be extremely difficult for City, except if they go with a really last-minute offer. What is actually happening at the moment for Fagioli? Because yesterday, Fagioli, we didn't see him on the field. Cambiaso not in the stadium. Fagioli on the bench, but not in the game. Well, Fagioli at the moment, there are two teams on him. Olympique de Marseille and Fiorentina. The player that always wanted to go first outside of Italy, well, he prefers to go to Fiorentina because of the project Paladino, because of Moiskin, because of probably Mandragora. They know themselves from the youth academy from in the past. They probably met each other because it's a team that can offer him a bit that second chance, what he saw with Moiskin. Of course, Fiorentina wanted to go with a loan without obligation to buy, where Juventus said absolutely not. Forget about it. Obligation or you forget about it. While Marseille was more going towards that direction, even if Marseille, they are still going and looking for other players in the meanwhile. So Marseille, they don't go only for Fagioli, which actually made Fagioli a bit colder. I really want a team that really 100% want to go for me. So at the moment, we can say that Marseille starts to be more and more distant, with Fiorentina that is closer and closer. Now, what did Juventus said about that? Look, Fagioli to you, good, well, fantastic, but obligation to buy, one. And if you want to lower that price, we want Comuzzo. Probably not Comuzzo today, because it will be really extremely difficult, but we want at least an option to be the first one for Comuzzo in the summer. Center back, 19 years old, 2005 born player, a talent, a future talent that Napoli is chasing and going all in for. They are trying to push for having the player. Well, if today Comuzzo is not at Napoli, it's because of Juve, because Juventus is pushing for that player. Did they find an agreement with Fiorentina? Not yet. They are speaking about a 16 million euro. This 16 million euro is low for Fagioli. I remember that some people were speaking about 30. I always told you, if you really believe 30 for Fagioli, you live in a reality that is not the correct one today, unfortunately. Look, when it will be official, especially tomorrow, where Fagioli will go, Marseille, Fiorentina, other team, or maybe even staying at Juve, I will give you my entire opinion about the situation Fagioli. What about Douglas Luiz? It was extremely strange to not see him yesterday entering, not even a single minute, which means that, guys, it will be difficult to let him go from Mercato, especially with Fagioli leaving, but it was a player that if the right offer would have arrived, he would probably have gone. And I finish with the last news. Colpo last minute. Could there be a new signing from Juve? They actually could be an entry last name from Juve. And we are speaking about Bertola, player from Lo Spezia that is playing in Serie B, 2003 born player, 192, physical, center back. I never watched this player play. I don't know the player. They are telling me actually good things, like a bit when they were speaking about Gatti with Frosinone, that at the end we signed and we let actually 6 months there. It's a player that is in his last year of contract, so Juventus could possibly anticipate with a few million, 1-2 million, to actually anticipate the signing, letting him on loan to Lo Spezia until the end of the season to then join Juve. These are the big news that we have as we speak. Ragazzi e ragazze, Juventini e Juventine, I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to put a maximum of like. We see each other for live if there are big news later on this channel. Grazie, forza, Juve.